Hello, Richard Arthur here for the Fox Sport Asia Kumite 3000 breakdown. In case you missed it, it has been announced that Myanmar will be one of the competing nations in Kumite 3000 in 2019. As well as being a nation of 53 million people, it is also the home of Letway, the art of 9 limbs, also known as Burmese bare knuckle boxing. Not to be trifled with in any regard, this is possibly the most brutal combat sport on the planet. So let's take a look at this in more detail with the owner of Yangon Fight Club, Mr. Jason Maung. Hello Jason, how are you doing there?
Hi, good thanks, how are you?
Fantastic, thank you. So as you've probably seen, John Nutt has recently announced that Myanmar will be one of the founding nations of Kumite 3000 in 2019. Congratulations.
Yes, definitely. It's very exciting. Thank you. Thank you for having us.
Firstly, as one of the founding nations, why do you think Myanmar was chosen?
Well, we have a lot of potential, I think. Untapped potential. I mean, if you look at our Leway scene, there's a lot of guys doing amazing things with what training that they've had. And I've seen a few Leway fights and they just got the potential to do more than that. I think they have this grit, this toughness that a lot of Letway fighters have, which I think can come across to MMA really well.
Of course, Letway, Burmese, bare knuckle boxing, famous art of 9 limbs,
exactly.
David Leduc fighting Tun Tun Min.
Yes.
Huge deal. Is it applicable to MMA, do you think?
Applicable? I would say yes, because the guys that I sent to Thailand, I made sure I just didn't take any guy that wanted to fight MMA. I wanted to take guys with a Leway background. Why? Because of the toughness. That's what the Thai opponents told us later. You guys are tough. The Cambodian guys are watching us. Is like, you guys are tough. That's all they said. Not about how quick, how fast. It's just tough. Leway builds toughness. That's what I see. We train hard. We train to be tough. A lot of strength and conditioning. A lot of just pushing them to the limits. That is a bit harsh training, but that's how Leway is done. And I think it's a really. I personally think it's a really good foundation for MMA.
And how about the ground game? How is that developing in Myanmar? So wrestling, jiu-jitsu, and so on.
Very slowly, very little. I'm doing the best I can. We've got the other guy, Poto, is a good friend of mine as well. There's really not much option here in Yangon, which is quite sad, and that's why I guess I started all this when I saw the one of the matches, MMA matches, and I'm watching them and these Burmese guys just rolling on the floor like fish out of water. I'm thinking this is supposed to be an MMA match, but they get chucked into a ring with no background and it's quite dangerous, and I thought that's not right to put athletes in like that. So that's why I started befriending some Leway fighters, and then I started training them at home. And they're like, wow, what is this, And they're like, you guys fought MMA already and you don't even know these basics. And that's scary, And it's not fair. So I'm going to teach them, anyone who's interested, everything I can to at least give them a small advantage, some foundation.
As well as yourselves in Yangon Fight Club, are there a number of other gyms in the country that are kind of building fighters up in all areas?
There's Poto's gym, Team PP. He's a good friend of mine. He's pretty good. He's really good with the ground game. So he will be the first official MMA gym in Myanmar.
Looking at Kumite 3000, do you have any names of potential fighters that Team Myanmar might be putting forward?
From my gym, I'm hoping to get Ye out. He's actually had 2 fights at one championship. I believe from Poto's side, we might have Sang Yan Lin. He's also a good friend of mine.
And of course, final question, are Team Myanmar coming to win?
Of course. We proved that before. We're not going anywhere to lose.
Fantastic. Well, thank you very much for being with us here today. And we look forward to seeing Team Myanmar in Kumite 3000. And so it seems that Team Myanmar's secret weapon is toughness. These guys are Letway trained and tested. They push themselves to the limit in there beyond any other combat sport. However, can they apply it when it comes to the MMA cage? Only time will tell. Let's take it here and let's see what happens with Team Myanmar in Kumite 3000.